In this quick Mac Screencast Library tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create really cool looking mirrored text in Photoshop Elements. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create a new blank file. So I'm going to click on File, New, and Blank File, and I'm just going to create an image. The size doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go with 800 by 600 with a colored background, and we are actually going to change the background to black so it shows up much better. So I'm going to hit the paint bucket and just fill that background in. Okay, so now our next step is to write some text. So you want to click on the text tool and click in here and then type some text. And I'm actually going to use a different font. You can use any kind of font you want. And also any kind of text color as well. So in this case, I'm going to use some white text. Okay. So now we have our text, and I'm actually going to give it a quick effect before I do anything else to it. So I'm going to click on the effects area. I'm going to drag an effect over just like that, and I don't like that one, so let's undo. That one is a little bit better, but not what I'm looking for. Okay, there we go. That I like. So I've dragged an effect over to give it some more depth, and now we have that. So what you want to do next is you want to come over here to the layers area, and we have our mirrored text, and you want to make sure this is highlighted. If your background is highlighted, it won't work. So again, click on mirrored text so you have the right layer selected. Once you've done that, right click, so you're right clicking on that layer, and then left click on duplicate layer, and this is going to duplicate our layer. We can rename it, but I'm just going to leave it named as the copy and click OK. So now we have mirrored text copy as a layer. So what you want to do next is click on the Move tool, or you could use the hotkey of V, and with this layer selected, just click anywhere in the middle and hold that left mouse key down and just drag it. And you'll see it's moving that copied layer. And so we can move it down, and that is not a bad look itself, although it's still not quite a mirrored image. So the next step, once we've done that, make sure this is still highlighted, and what you want to do next is click on Image, Rotate, and this is very important. In this first section, if we rotate, it would rotate the entire image, including both text layers, and we don't want to do that. We only want to rotate the copy layer, the duplicate copy. So first of all, we made sure that that's what's selected. So you want to go down here and you want to flip layer horizontal. You don't want to use the flip horizontal. In fact, if you do, it flips everything horizontal. We don't want that. So instead, you go to Image, Rotate, and you flip the layer horizontal. And since we have the copy layer selected, that now selects that layer. Now, another thing you can do, that doesn't look right. We want to flip it vertical. So flip layer vertical. And that gives us the mirrored look, which is actually really cool. Now, there's one other thing I recommend you do to give it a little bit better of a look. And again, you click on the mirrored text copy, and you can change the opacity here. And let's reduce that a little bit so it shows up a little faded. And just like that, we have a much better mirrored text look. So that's all it takes to create mirrored text in Photoshop Elements 8 for the Mac.